Welcome back, everyone. It is episode 5 of season 6. We are in week 17 of the regular season, so this is the last game of that regular season, and then we're heading into the playoffs. As you can see by the AFC standings here, we currently sit third in the AFC, third overall. We're going to be that first wild card because the Chiefs have the division lead right now. Even if they lose and we win and we have the same record, they beat us twice this year, so they would hold that tiebreaker over us. The only way we can go up is if the Ravens lose, we win, and then something between all the tiebreakers that they do, but probably a good chance that we wouldn't pass the Ravens either. Most likely not going down, though I could see us dropping, I guess, a little bit, depending on Titans, Browns, and Bengals. But 2 of our 5 losses against the Nighthawks. I think we had one loss against, I think, the Broncos earlier. I don't remember who the other loss is against, but the other 2 losses, I guess. But I don't think it's so against any of those teams that could potentially pass us up. So, fingers crossed we don't drop too much, but we got the X, which means we're good to go. I also realized that 2 videos ago I forgot to say what kind of moves I made at the trade deadline and re-signing people. And then I said I'd do it in the next video, and then the next video came around and never did it. So let me just cover that real quick. At the trade deadline, Enrique Macklin was hurt, so I couldn't trade him. I'm not re-signing him, so that's just it's a player that we're going to let walk without getting anything back for. Sean Price, pretty good halfback, except on our team he was the 3rd string. So I sent him and a first-round pick, which our first-round pick at the time was projected to be like 28th or something like that. It's probably gone down since, but I sent that to Denver for their first-round pick, and I think right now that's sitting at potentially the 2nd overall pick in the draft. Cornerback Charvarius Ward. If you remember, he was our 2nd-string cornerback for 3 or 4 years, and he's been on a decline, so it was time to let him go. I sent him a 5th and a 6th-round pick to Houston for their first-round pick, which I think is the 6th pick overall right now. Now, again, we have this week to go, so those could go up or down. So those are the trades I made at the trade deadline. Re-signings that I've done. Our left tackle, Eddie Jensen, 7 years, $55.6 million. He's the only one that I've re-signed since the last update. But in order to fill in for Charvarius Ward, I signed quarterback Chris Jackson to a 1-year, $1.35 million contract. And in order to fill in for Sean Price, I signed halfback Max Bailey to a 1-year, $1.75 million contract. So, again, we traded away some depth, but then there were some free agents that could fill that. So we didn't really lose anything, but we gained some pretty high first round picks. Re-signed Eddie Jensen. So pretty good season so far. It started off rough. In fact, 5 of those losses were within the first 7 games, I think. So, we've been on a 7-game winning streak. We're the hottest team going into this last week. Hopefully that carries over to the playoffs because we have a team that is built to win the Super Bowl. We just have to execute. So, with that said, we are up against the Dolphins, which I think is actually one of the worst teams, if not the worst. Yeah, so they're sitting at 3-12 right now. Yeah, and the other team's 3-11-1. So we are playing the worst team in the league, which means if we lose this game, I'll be a little disappointed. So yeah, anyway, enjoy the game, and I'll see you afterwards.
Tonight, from Oklahoma City, It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over first and
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On first down, Tagovailoa. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
incomplete. Brings up second and
2 once again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Tua. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Swartz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun. Schwartz caught by Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team scouting and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a short one to Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run with Hines. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Hines. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 and now on 1st down. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That'll be caught for a Dolphin touchdown. It's Williams.
Complete to Preston Williams.
Preston Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. This is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Swartz. And he will find his man on the outside. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That's good. Ford.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Keanu Neal brought him down. A gain of 5.
On the delay, Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Baker in on the tackle.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
1st and 10 at the...
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. From the gun, Schwartz. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. A give. This is Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Schwartz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. First down.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Swartz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Number 85.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Byron Jones brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schwartz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down. Swartz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Raekwon McMillan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Tua going to throw. Incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage that can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down, Schwartz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
4-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Carrier.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Off the play fake. Schwartz. Incomplete. Schwartz took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
To throw on 3rd down, Schwartz. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
The 28-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
89.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage, the blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Nighthawks 3.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Well, this is caught by Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
20 and picking up the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Tagovailoa the throw on 2nd down here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
First down.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And the Dolphin.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of
touchdowns. Big play there. 81 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast?
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hines. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Swartz drops it to Jones in the flat. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 49 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. It'll be a gain of 11, and the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. 35-21, the final score. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, Schwartz. This complete to Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Schwartz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Derwin James on the cover.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
They run it again with Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's good.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Schwartz. And he fires one incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 21. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. To a hit, and the ball is out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Second down at the 14.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Just shy of
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll give it to Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Hines. And running with power here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He was brought down at the 26.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And 8.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Schwartz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Jump ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Schwartz. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schwartz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break up much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10.
Miami set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The stop made by...
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
7.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
50-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Handoff comes to Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schwartz. And he's got his man on the out route.
That's good for A.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. and is much more successful as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 23. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
37.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins 1st down.
From midfield, here's Tua. He's got it to Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a fourth down.
Brings up
2 and a throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. Chubb. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schwartz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schwartz caught by Jones. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
He steps out of bounds.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Yard line.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it and put it on the board at 6, a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And out come the Dolphins now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Two and now on 1st down. This to Hines on the drop-off. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
To number 30.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Incomplete.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
At their own 20.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll check this down to Hines. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
That was one heck of a game by our defense. I don't even know how many turnovers they had. And also a huge game by Nick Chubb. I know a big chunk of that was that very last play, but he had a big game even before that last run of his. So I think we had like 260-some yards rushing, which is huge. Only had 277 yards passing. Hopefully we get a little more production out of our passing game when we need it. But today we didn't need it, I guess. And it started off a little shaky there. I got a little nervous, I won't lie. When we couldn't even get a first down for like half the quarter, and they shut us down for a while. But then we took over, and we had the game that we should have had against a team like this. So going into the playoffs with an 8-game winning streak, the only thing that makes me nervous about streaks is the larger the streak gets, the more due you are for a loss. But we're the hottest team going in. I think we're the best team, so can't worry about that. We just have to worry about the next game and winning it. So yeah, with that said, thanks for watching so far this season. Tomorrow we'll have the playoff game. All right, have a good one.